I have too many dang bikes.
This video is made possible by Wabi Cycles. For complete steel bikes that are well under 20 pounds or 9 kilograms, consider checking them out, linked at the top of the description.
In case you haven't heard, I will be traveling around Asia with my bike, Wallace, right here for an indefinite period of time. I leave for Asia in exactly 1 week. The problem is that I've accumulated so many bikes. I need to get rid of these bikes before I can go so they're not just taking up space at my parents' house. And usually when I collaborate with a company to do a bike review or to make a video for them, it's easiest for everybody involved in the process that I just keep the bikes because they are a logistical headache to get them packed, to get them shipped, and to wait for everybody involved in that chain. Because a lot of family members of mine have contacted me. They come over, they look into the backyard, they say, "Why do you have so many bikes?" And they're like, "Hey, since you don't want them, can I have one?" And so today we're going to get these bikes fitted and set up appropriately for each respective rider. 8 out of the 9 bikes in this yard will be moving ownership or location in some way, shape, or form by next week. I just remembered that I still need to get rid of one more bike that is still brand new in a box before I leave. So that's actually 9 out of 10 bikes in this yard that I need to get rid of. All the bikes in this yard aren't even all the bikes that I had to get rid of either. First, I got rid of the State Black Label because a friend had a bike stolen, so I gave it to him. That friend also isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, so that's why I ended up making that How to Almost Never Get Your Bike Stolen. You're welcome, Peter. And then there's the State 4130 core line, which I ended up giving to another friend who just wanted to get into cycling, and he forced money upon me, but that money went to this box that is labeled Kent, and if you're unfamiliar with Kent, that's because I was too until I found them on Walmart's website. That's right, I'm going to ride 100 miles on this Walmart fixed gear, which I will then later just ditch and put a free bike sign on it. And the reason that I'm just giving these bikes away to friends and family is because when I review a bike, I want to try to stay as unbiased as possible. But if I start accepting free bikes willy-nilly and start selling them for profit, that would start to incentivize me to accept bikes only from bigger companies that can afford to send and just give away bikes. That's why I reinvested that money that I sold from one of the bikes back into the channel for content for all of you. The first bike that needs to find a new home that I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with is my old bike, my beloved All-City Nature Boy, Ricky. Now, Ricky is actually one of the bikes that I'm okay selling with because I spent my own money with him. The problem is I sold him on eBay, not once, not 3 times, but twice. And both times the buyers didn't end up paying, so I decided to just give him to my dad. Why does my dad get Ricky? First of all, he's retired and he needs something to do. Secondly, Ricky has some plump, plush 38C tires, which would be very nice for a man in his late 60s. And thirdly, Ricky's a 55cm with a 565mm top tube, which means it should fit my dad, who is 5'10", pretty well with some slight modifications. Ricky was my bike, and in order to make it fit for my dad, who is a little bit shorter, thank you for the good genes, father, we're going to put on some Nitto Albatross bars to give him some sweep back, which effectively reduces the reach. That's step 1 complete. Step 2, freewheel. Now that I've run out of things to work on this bike that'll help me procrastinate, it's time to finally work on the brakes, and I am not looking forward to digging through that bin. Ugh. I am really not a fan of brake hardware, especially V-brake hardware, because there's just so many pieces for a fixed gear simpleton such as myself. Why are there so many dang Cheerios on this brake pad? It's just a brake pad. A lot of people think I ride brakeless because it's like, oh, we got a badass over here. No, it's mostly because I'm lazy and don't want to deal with all these stupid pieces. Sun's going down, 7:30 in the evening. I've yet to have dinner, and I still need to install the cables for these brakes. And I am again realizing the value of a local bike shop. Also, this is only the first bike out of 5 bikes that I need to work on. Support your local bike shop. It's worth it. I've got a confession to make. There's a reason why I don't make a whole lot of maintenance and mechanics videos. It's because I really dislike doing it. Right now, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I had to take the bike in order to just see what I'm doing. And part of the reason that I don't like maintenance and mechanics is because I don't have all the tools. You know, like a floor lamp, a garage with light. I mean, I have to use my bedroom right now, which is also my office space, and also my bedroom. Part of the reason that I ride Fixies is because they're so simple and reliable, and I don't have to spend an exorbitant amount of time just working on my bike before I can even ride it. I hate working on gears, I hate working on brakes. If anything has a cable on it, I'm just like, I'm checked out. I'm like, just get that out of my face. I don't want it. I just want to ride a bike. Finally, this is only my second time installing V-brakes. There's these 3 holes at the base of the stud. I didn't know what they meant, so I just stuck the brake in one of them, and apparently I chose the wrong one. Apparently like 99% of brakes go in the middle hole, so it's like, why not just make the middle hole on the frame set? Now I have to uninstall the front rack again, just so I can reinstall the front brake. This is only the first bike, by the way. There's still 4 more bikes. Feeling pretty good. I wasted about 3 to 4 hours trying to figure out these brakes. Just why are there so many dang parts just to make a thing go? Support your local bike shop. This wheel set hasn't been trued in about 4 years. I think it's about time before Ricky goes off to his new home. This is the 58cm Pure Cycles Premium. I'm giving it to my cousin Ant, who's 5'7". And of course we're going to replace the drop bars with some swept back Townie bars. This is a common theme because Townie bars are pretty great and they just make bikes fit. And we're also going to install a rear caliper brake. Thank goodness it's not a V-brake. That's AM. I've been working on bikes for 10 hours straight. 3 more bikes that need work to go. And then I can start giving the rest of these things away. Then go to Taiwan in peace. Finally, the last bike. Although I really do like this cockpit setup, since I'm not going to be using it, I might as well give it to a loved one and give them the opportunity to fall in love with cycling, because these bars are a ton of fun. If you couldn't tell by now, I think Townie bars on fixed gears are awesome. Don't at me. I forgot that this bike has this issue where the rear spacing isn't precise. Yikes, dude. There we go. While we're on the topic of shoddy/questionable eventing quality control, let's talk about the elephant in the room as to why I'm giving these eventings away to friends and family members. If you aren't caught up on my opinion about eventing, you can watch this video. Long story short, I don't think anybody should buy an eventing, but that leaves the question, should anybody still ride an eventing? There's a lot of eventings out there, and as far as I know, none of them have failed catastrophically and hurt somebody. Don't buy an Aventon as nice as they look on paper and as nice as they look in this video because it's just not worth your safety. I do feel okay just giving this Aventon Andreas away because it's made out of steel and that's pretty hard to screw up. Aluminum, on the other hand, is a different story. Aventons are probably safe, but there's still that very small possibility that they're not. I do know somebody who really likes this Aventon Matero. Before I give the Aventon Matero to him, I'm gonna sit him down, tell him my spiel about Aventon, and see if he still wants it. I just want him to know that if he wants this bike, that he is taking that risk. But steel is real, even if it is from a company with shady happenings. I'm only a little disappointed that all of my family wants free wheels instead of fixed cogs. I am really bad at estimating how long things take. By now it is thoroughly nighttime and I thought I would be able to finish my uncle's bike, but alas, this cable housing is about 6 inches too short. Tomorrow I'm going to support my local bike shop. Seriously though, go to your local bike shop, they will save you a lot of headache. I wasted 2 entire work days just working on bikes. Today is the day of the reasonably dangerous group ride to say farewell before I am off to Asia, and my dad's coming. I built up Ricky for him. It's all ready to go, and let's see how he likes it. Do you think he'll like it?
Yeah, he'll love it. Oh my gosh, thanks so much.
Sure.
Good though, right?
Yeah. I'm giving a bike to my cousin Anthony, and hopefully it fits him after the townie bars on it.
Bugs in my face!
I think he likes it. How is it?
Oh my god. It's so crazy.
Like it looks like a cruiser, but it's like it rips, right?
Yeah, no, it's like, it was kind of scary because I thought I was gonna like fly, you know, it's like so light. I just felt like I was gonna lift off the ground, you know, like.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. My cousin Anthony liked the bike so much that we are now going for an impromptu ride. That was your first ride on a nice bike.
It was exhilarating. It was tiring, but then it felt so good.
And then you're eating bugs, and then it's like nasty.
Yeah. Protein,
right?
you know.
Yeah.
You get nutrients while you're exercising. What more can you ask for?
Feels good? Yeah, then the other bike should fit, man.
There you go.
Yeah, it's more upright with these handlebars.
I feel more stable on it.
Feel free to take it home.
Literally just walk it home.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get you your bike. That's one more bike down that I don't have to worry about. So that is officially 12 bikes that needed to move and change ownership, and I've done it. I moved the bikes or handed them off, and I'm in Taiwan now. Thank you to everybody that took bikes, and I hope that you're giving them a new home where they're being loved and ridden often. This is my way of saying thank you for making my stupid Fixie dream possible. So sincerely, thank you to Peter and Tino for watching my videos and getting into cycling, and for taking the State Black Label and 4130 Core line respectively. I hope you guys are just crushing those hills out in SF. Daly City, Foster City, close enough. Shout out to my dad for giving Ricky a new home and for all of his love and support and for just being my dad. Shout out to Gonzo for taking the event in Matero, and I hope to attend you and my sister's wedding soon. It's about time. And shout out to my Uncle Bill for giving the Aventon Andreas a new home. And let's not forget Wabi Cycles. We got 2 Wabis in the family. Both are here with me, and I will be giving my brother's Wabi Cycle to him next week when I fly to Japan. And thanks to Ants for being an awesome cousin and for giving the Pure Cycles Premium a new home. Out of everybody, by far, you seem the most hyped to get on a bike. Also, shout out to Mary Sales. They sent me a Soma Saga and pretty much hired me to make a video for their Facebook and a Soma Rush to review. I personally delivered both of those bikes to them in South San Francisco because they are conveniently a 5-minute drive from the airport. Literally hours before my flights, I got to meet the fine folks at Mary Sales and hand off those bikes. You said that you guys were fans, and that's probably the best compliment that I can get as a YouTuber. So thank you, and I hope that we can collaborate on something here in Asia soon. Thanks, Kevin, for being a good friend, and happy birthday. I hope you enjoy that at Tier Cycles. And thank you to the stranger who I hope took that Walmart Fixie that I just ditched at the Sac State Aquatic Center. Because I didn't want it, I hope you're getting a lot more use out of it than I did. Of course, thank you everybody who watches this channel. I'm here in Taiwan until late July, so please do let me know what kind of videos you want me to make. And if I can make it happen, I'll make it happen. Our channel sponsor, Wabi Cycles, is the epitome of what makes cycling fun. Every one of Wabi's design choices are meticulously made to give you the purest ride quality for the money. And Wabi executes those choices perfectly with master craftsmen right here in Taiwan and a friendly bike shop in Denver, Colorado that is eager to answer your questions and get you on a bike that you'll love. This amounts to efficient, elegant, and timeless bikes that you can get from a passionate group of fellow cyclists. Wabi's relentless attention to detail results in Wallace, my 58-centimeter Wabi Special, weighing in at 17.5 pounds or 7.97 kilograms straight out of the box. That's well under 20 pounds for a completely steel lugged frame set that has no carbon components. That weight isn't just for quoting and impressing other cyclists though. It results in the best riding experience that I've ever had on a bike, with a snappy, responsive, and lively bike that only top shelf steel can bring. That pure fun makes it easy for me to ride Wallace, my Wabi Special, as my only bike as I travel throughout Asia. So if you're looking for the bike that could very well put an end to your search for the perfect bike, consider checking out Wabi Cycles, linked at the top of the description, because it really is the closest thing that I've ridden to the perfect bike. All right, that's 12 bikes. We're done. I'm done. I can just ride the one now. Oi. And if you haven't ridden your bike yet today, stop watching me right now, because life is short, but don't make it shorter. So ride your bike every day to be reasonably dangerous. And I know some of you have new bikes out there. You better be getting some good use out of them and giving them a good home. Anyway, I'll catch you next time.